Goose on 92.3 WTTS, and we just heard an In Their Own Words WTTS background check from Peter Anspach on that song. And who knows if you'll hear that one tonight. You just never know what you're going to get from a Goose show. And I won't ask because I don't want to put him on the spot. Maybe he doesn't even know yet. Peter's back with me now. Hello again, Peter.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
So I've been combing the set lists and seeing some really unique cover choices on these dates that you've been doing. Prince, Marvin Gaye, Kylie Minogue recently. When you do covers like this, how do you find your way into them? Like, how are some of these choices made? And maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but I rarely, if ever, see them repeated. Are they always one-offs?
Oh, they are not always a one-off. I think based on a certain tour, sometimes we'll like play a cover like once a tour, because we at least have a rotating cover repertoire of, it's probably like 100 songs. So there's a lot to choose from, and we're always adding new stuff too. So inspiration comes and it goes, and we did. Yeah, you're right. Kylie Minogue can't get you out of my head recently.
I know, that blew my mind when I saw that.
It's fun to like working your way into cover songs and finding a new exciting way to play them, or just really honoring the original,
So I heard an interview with you from a few years ago now, and maybe you don't do this anymore. There was this ritual you guys had before shows, some kind of breathing exercise. Do you still do that?
Oh, Wim Hof.
Are you still doing it?
So, we don't do it as a band anymore, but we've graduated onto cacao ceremonies, which is our new pre-show ritual. So we basically, we're so lucky. We got these two girls, Hannah and Kate, and they're coming to like 15 of the 20 shows on this tour. They lead cacao ceremonies and meditation every show almost. And like an hour before the show, we all just sit down in a circle. They brew the cacao, we drink cacao, and we do a meditation, and it's super grounding. There's a serious pre-show ritual going on these days, and it's really awesome.
So it sounds like you, whether or not it's the old breathing exercise or this now, seems like what you're doing is intentionally stepping up the pre-show game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about just like being present in the moment. And like, I honestly think that just us being together as a band, we talk about how we're feeling in the day and stuff like that. And it's like having those kinds of moments, like right before you go on stage and like singing together, like intimately in a room, is like, I don't know how you could walk on stage and feel more bonded with your bandmates. So it's been great for us so far on this run.
That's excellent. I guess along those lines, any special dinners or anything like that lately with the band?
Yeah. We did we had an off day in Hays, Kansas. Not a lot going on, but we all went to Applebee's and we took up like every seat around the bar.
Okay.
That was like I think we have like, how many people do we have? 22 people on the road. So
did anyone in the Applebee's crowd recognize that Goose was at the bar, or did they care at all?
No, I don't think I don't think they were all like, who are these loud, obnoxious people like taking up every seat at the bar? It was hysterical. And then our like moving camera, steady cam operator, Danny McDonald, who was from Indianapolis.
Hey.
As well as some of our other crew, Andrew Getty, Marta Getty from Indianapolis. They had a touch tune. So he put on a Goose song and we're like, oh my God, like who did that?
Who
and
knows?
He was like, I don't know. I didn't do it. It was hilarious.
So I read this story about how you were a roadie once, and I'm just going to tell the version of the story that I know. You can correct the details. And what I want is to get your perspective on this, I guess now almost 10 years ago. So you were a roadie and it was your last night. They all knew it was your last night. They even like had the Chowd Krant, Peter, you're fired. And then you like tried to bring them back out for an encore, even though like the band had to be done at like 11 or something like that. Then they came back out because the crowd was demanding it, but I guess the band ended up getting fined or something like that. And they got mad at you, which I'm sure was...
The band never got fined.
The band never got fined. Okay, but that was the fear? Was that the fear was going to happen?
They were mad at me because this is a true story. So like, yeah, I was working with Dopapod.
Yeah.
And it was my last show because I was about to go. I was in college, so I was going abroad to Prague, to study abroad in Prague. And I worked with them all summer on the road doing monitors, and I was a light tech. And yeah, they like did Peter, you're fired during the show. You know, they
gave you a
fired
cake
me,
and everything,
which is like a joke. But you know, then at the end of the show, it was like my last show with them. It was Peach Festival. It was like their biggest like festival set that they had ever played at that time. Like the crowd was massive, and it was like a later set. It probably ended at like 2 or 3 a.m. They finished, and like the crowd like wanted more, and we're like in the middle of nowhere, like Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? Like there's no curfew for sound. I don't think. I really don't think there is.
So with that, and so you knew
you know,
that, and so you knew that the consequences wouldn't be that dire.
I guess I was just like, I was instructed to like go start pulling vocal mics. They didn't want to come back and do an encore. Like they were pretty tired, beat from the set, you know. But the crowd was like chanting and stuff. So I go up to the main vocal mic, and I'm like, I almost like take it down, but then I go into the mic. I'm like, who wants one more? And the mic was on, and then like the crowd just starts going nuts. And
You're committed at that point.
I go back to like the band, and they're like, "What the heck did you just do? Like, I can't believe you! Like, what?" And then I was just like, "What are you talking about, guys? Like, you're playing one more. Like, this is like the biggest set of your career so far. Like, get out there." And then they went out and they're like, "So sorry, guys. Like, we can't play one more." And then like the festival staff on the side stage was like, "What are you talking about? Play one more!" Like, and then they played one more. It was awesome.
Okay, so all right, so that's a fun story. But now that you're with Goose and you've got this great career with Goose, if a roadie did something like that to you, how would you feel?
Well, I think it's not even just a roadie. It's like it would be like one of our good friends.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like at that point, it's like, okay, like that's pretty funny. You know, I honestly, like, you know, at that time it was like 3 a.m. It was late. I understand people were tired. Like, I get it, you know. But like, for instance, if one of our crew members randomly went on the mic, if anyone did that, it would be honestly so funny that we would, you know, I'd be down, you know.
Peter Anspach, we cannot wait to have you guys back in Indianapolis tonight, and hopefully the folks on the crew who are from Indy get to see some family while you're in town. And man, it's such an honor to be hosting you. Thank you so much for doing WTTS Rock on the River for the benefit of Indiana Wish, and we'll see you tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. See you tonight. Thanks for having me.